Sometimes destiny walks in through the front door. Sometimes it hides right in plain sight, waiting for the right moment to play.
Twist, twist, twist of fate radio.
In the late 1980s, sliding toward the dawn of the 90s, the music world is bursting with new energy. Hip-hop rising from the streets, power ballads dominating radio, and pop stars filling arenas. But in the middle of New York City, one young woman isn't anywhere close to that stage. She's waiting tables, checking coats at nightclubs, singing backup when she can land a gig. To the people around her, she's just another struggling 20-something chasing an impossible dream. But inside her tiny apartment, she's still writing songs, raw, emotional, powerful songs that no one else has heard. She's been rejected so many times she's almost numb to it. Record labels listen politely, nod, and move on. Industry insiders tell her she doesn't have the right look. The truth is, she's running out of money and running out of hope. But here's the thing about dreams. Sometimes all it takes is one more try. She scrapes together enough cash to record a demo, just 4 songs on a cassette. She doesn't know if it will ever amount to anything, but she clings to the hope that maybe, just maybe, the right person will hear it. The tape is passed to a friend. He promises to help, to get it into the right hands. But fate rarely takes a straight path. The cassette doesn't land where it was supposed to. It's shuffled through at a party, slipped into a bag, and eventually tossed onto the back seat of a car. For most singers, that's where the story would end, with another tape forgotten under fast food wrappers, another dream fading away. But this tape had a destiny. The man who stumbled upon it wasn't just anyone. He was a powerful music executive, someone who had heard thousands of voices in his career. On the way home from that party, curiosity got the better of him. He reached over, picked up the cassette, and slid it into the stereo of his limo. And then the world stopped. What came out of those tiny plastic reels was different, pure, emotional, a voice that soared across octaves with impossible control and heart. It wasn't just good, it was electric, the kind of voice you remember after only a few notes. He listened once, then rewound it and listened again. By the end of the tape, he was stunned. Whoever this young woman was, she couldn't stay undiscovered. Not for another day. Legend says he was so captivated that he turned his car around and went back to find her. And when he did, everything changed. Not just for her, but for the entire sound of 1990s pop music. That young woman was Mariah Carey. The executive was Tommy Mottola, head of Columbia Records. By 1990, Mariah had signed with Columbia and released her first self-titled debut album. Practically overnight, she went from obscurity to superstardom. Her very first album produced 4 consecutive #1 singles. 4! A feat unheard of for a debut artist. Her 5-octave range and unmatched vocal power redefined what it meant to be a pop star. And all of it traced back to a cassette tape that nearly got lost. Mariah Carey's rise is more than a story about talent. It's about persistence. It's about refusing to quit, even after rejection after rejection. And it's about the mysterious way fate steps in when we least expect it. Because if that tape had been misplaced one more time, if it had ended up in the trash or chewed up in a tape deck or ignored at the party, the sound of 90s pop music might have been completely different. Instead, it landed in the right hands at the exact right moment. And the world got Mariah Carey. This has been Twist of Fate Radio. I'm Angela Clark. Until next time, remember, sometimes the smallest choices lead to the biggest consequences. Want to explore more stories like this? Visit twistoffateradio.com. There you can read more details about this story and others like it. Plus, you can submit your own Twist of Fate story to be considered for a future episode. You never know what twist of fate is coming next.